There he is.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey,
What's
Joe,
up, Joe?
what's
What's
going
doing?
on?
Yeah, how's it going? How goes the battle?
You know it goes.
Yeah, where you got? Do I know it? Oh, Eric, I know you, bro. How
Yes, you do. It's
you
good to see you,
doing?
my friend.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I
Didn't,
also I work with Billy Kroll.
no shit.
Yeah,
I'm,
so
I'm,
I
I'm going
he
out with
told
Billy
me
on. I'm going out with Billy on. We're going to the Brook Saturday night.
he told me. So it's a small world.
You look like you're in a press conference right now.
That's the
well,
idea.
when we go to Big E, he's ready to go. He really takes the podium
All
and
right,
just gets to town.
you guys, Western Mass guys.
We're
No,
all we're
No,
all outside of Boston.
grew
All
up in
right,
except
North
for me. I'm
Shore-ish.
up in Eastie.
all right. So the Metulski brothers are from Eastie.
Well, we're from
From
Andover,
Andover, yeah.
but I live in Eastie.
And where's Gabe from?
I live in Fitchburg, but I grew up in Andover as well.
Wow, Ando, where are you from, Josh?
I grew up in Ashland, Mass, next to Framingham.
I know exactly. You been to Blue Square yet?
Blue Square. I don't know anything
Dude,
about Blue Square.
Blue Square Pizza, Northborough and in Hopkinton.
All right,
Outstanding.
I live in Milford now, so I'll
Oh,
be there.
dude, Rail Trail, dude. That's my boy.
Rail Trail's the real deal. Good
That
stuff
bar
there.
is really, dude. They make an egg, like some sort of eggplant, not eggplant, chicken parm, like bites. Holy shit, they're incredible.
Yeah.
Can I swear on
Good.
this podcast?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. Yeah,
Oh, so you guys
absolutely.
pop, so you guys pop up on my feed, right? But when I saw Mark fucking Dundero on there, I was like, I gotta fucking go on with these guys. I'm busting Dundero's balls because I work with him. All right, like I can
Yeah.
do that. The other assholes who do it, they don't have the right. I do.
Uh, we love Don Darrow. He was really good to us. Right when we got started, he came on. And we like, yeah, it's been 98.5 in general has been one of our best
Yeah, we
like
had McCarthy too.
partnerships and incredible guys to have on. So no, we appreciate you taking some time. We got the game on here so we can make sure we're timed up. I think we keep this in because that was just fantastic banter right off the rip there. Yeah, Gabe's the conduit to this entire podcast. Him and Sam and I went to school at URI, and then he grew up with the Matulski Bros. So here we are
Nice.
doing
There's
the
a kid.
shows.
There's a kid I should connect you guys with. He was one of my old interns, but he's young. He's like 19. I'll give you his name. His name's Chris. I can connect you guys with him. But he's at URI right now.
Oh
And
wow.
he does. His name is Chris DeSisto, but he does the DeSisto Bang, and it's like a podcast he does. But he worked on my show. The kids come fucking leaps and bounds. But he's a URI guy who's still connected. So just another guy to
Nice.
you know.
Oh yeah.
We'll take the help, Chris. Chris,
He
you're
could
welcome.
probably teach us some things.
Nah, you guys will probably teach him a little something. Who's the other guy here? Sam, where'd you come from?
I'm a roadie. I'm a roadie native. I
Nice.
grew up in Cranston, but I do have family in Mass in like the Sudbury, Newton area.
He kind of just snuck in there, Joe, Sam's quiet.
Where do we work together? What random
We
job?
we were at EverQuote.
Oh, all right. I forgot, dude. I've worked at so many fucking places.
Yeah, you were working with Mitch, I remember at the time, doing
Oh, okay. I mean,
working all state.
I still talk to Mitch. We shoot the shit about basketball all the time.
He's
He's
a
still
he's a
there.
good dude.
He's still
Yeah,
there.
I saw he got promoted to a director role recently, which is great.
He's making a lot more money than I am. I'll tell you that.
You pumped to be out of that life, I
You're
bet,
you're
though.
you're living the dream
Yeah.
though.
You're Hell yeah. hustling, Joe.
Listen,
Hell
guys,
yeah.
listen, guys. Yes, are we live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
save
we're
that
not,
for
no,
another.
no, we're not live. This is. I mean, we're recording, but we're not live. This is not
Yeah.
like we're
I
not
would,
live.
I
Yeah.
would,
on
say,
the
I
air.
would say this, guys. Like, I've been in the radio business for almost 20 years. Okay, now this isn't a flex or anything like that. I'm just still a dude from Boston, Massachusetts. Like, I hang out, I smoke weed, I drink with friends. Like, I do the same shit you guys do. I just don't have kids, and I work on one of the biggest platforms. I still eat at the same place as you guys. I still do the same shit. I just do it on the radio. That's all. And
One of us.
like I've been developed. I've like how you make it now is through a podcast, right? It's the only way you can. I worked at old radio stations where I like cut tape and shit. So I'm 43, but like I'm an old timer in the business. But I give back, man, because there were dudes who told me I would never make it, and I've leapfrogged them. And I don't mean that to be a dick. I just mean it as I was a good dude who fucking just did the right thing and just was a chameleon, man. Like if you're gonna tell me I'm fat, you mean to tell me I don't fucking know I'm fat? So it's like if the worst thing you could tell me is my take sucks, we're good. Like you know what I mean? So like But just be humble, continue to grind, man. But I do see your guys' thing, so that's why I'm on here, because I see you working. So therefore, I respect that. So that's why I wanted to join you guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
We
yeah.
appreciate it.
It's very humbling. Thank you.
Speaking of grinding, this is episode 60.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
So
man.
we've been
Yeah.
going at it.
So 60 times you guys have gotten together and done this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
But does your wives hate that, or do they like it?
No, they're supportive.
Yeah.
All right.
They put up with it.
yeah, they're definitely supportive. We're fortunate to have great misses in our lives. I think it's like, at this age to have sort of like a creative, passionate outlet to be able to come together. Our friendships have definitely all grown exponentially in the past year and a half, 2 years. So it's been great. I mean, there's like more steps to go for sure. And we're at that point of like, all right, we've got a good baseline down. We're having folks like you and several others on, which is fantastic. It's like, all right, where do we go from here? But it's been a great ride. I mean, these guys.
Can I give you guys a suggestion?
Anything.
Yeah, please.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Go to StreamYard. Get the fuck off Zoom. Go to
Okay.
StreamYard. It's free, but if you buy the upgraded package, you can go live on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on YouTube. So like the guys, Skaz and the guys, they're here. I don't know if you can see them. They're behind me in there. I don't know if but they wanted to pop in the chat to talk shit. But I was like, I don't think they're on YouTube. But if you go to StreamYard, you just hit one button and it goes out to all your social medias so people can chat in while you do the show.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
like that.
cool.
And you just hit
Yeah.
download MP3 for audio, download MP4 for video. But that's and you can have banners like I could say Joe Murray 98 Father Sports Hub as your guest, and then your guys' names instead of the Zoom name.
The audio is probably way better than Zoom too.
Way better. And
100%.
Yeah.
the only thing about Zoom's a little better on like people talking over each other. But that's just me being critical of the song. But yeah, dude, StreamYard, it's free. Get it.
I'm looking at it right now.
On it. We have a meeting all together on Sunday, actually, for us to put our business hats on, if you will, and try and get some
Happy to
stuff.
help, man. Dude, I've done what you guys are doing. I did for years, but
Yeah.
you need the reps because you're not going to get it anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with we appreciate that, and we have an outline we want to rip with you, Joe. We got a lot of things we want to talk to you about, and we appreciate your kind words there and getting us rolling, fellas. Let's get into it. We got sports to talk about, but in true like Sports Hub fashion, Joe, we want to start with 5 questions that have absolutely nothing to do with sports, and kick you off with the in or out. So I'm in Orlando right now recording. In or out chain restaurants?
And here's the deal. I support local, so let me get that out of the way, all right? But if you give me like a 99, a Cheesecake Factory, like I don't love Olive Garden, but damn, give me a tour of Italy. There's still an Outback going. Bertucci's in, right? But like Chili's, 3 for $10, where are you going to find that? Friendlies, if it's still around, right? So in on the chain restaurant, dude, Capitol Grill, my favorite steakhouse, chain restaurant. So years ago, I used to be out on it, right? Like, hey, where are we going to go tonight for a date? Yard House, out. But if we're going to go to like, dude, want some Gold Fever wings? In. So in on restaurants.
Night before
Excellent.
Gabe's wedding, we went to an Applebee's.
Give me a riblet basket all day long.
There's also a friendly still operating in Fitchburg if you ever want to come
right.
through.
There's one in Peabody.
Oh, that was
too.
right. That was right.
Yo, one in
Oh,
Attleboro too. They're still around.
Those
believe it or
are
not.
gems. Those are
Yeah.
gems.
And
Those
dude,
are
they
good
got a
Sundays.
great they got a great honey barbecue melt if you ever get a chance.
Yes, fire.
And you got a waffle fry with it.
But didn't they get rid of the watermelon roll, Biggie, or the Jubilee roll, whatever it was?
Oh, I hope not.
I don't know.
I mean,
That would be a
that thing.
sin.
I think you can still get that in the supermarket.
I know you can actually.
Glad you have tabs on that. I feel like we talked Sports Hub and that sort of stuff. So Gabe, I'm going to give it to you to rip, or whoever's next here in that line. I don't know. J Matt, we got a good question.
Yeah,
about-
great one.
about
So
road trips.
where's your favorite place to travel for like any sports game, any like think like food, betting, like Vegas, New Orleans, like give us your best place.
All right. So to be honest with you, I haven't, I was a townie from Hyde Park in Boston. So I crossed the Tobin Bridge one day and I was like, holy shit, what's that? And like, when I tell you that Route 1 North is like the Vegas Strip, dude, it is. Like, Kowloon and Hooters are across the street from each other, right? Like, You keep going, you got yourself like a Polcari's Regina, you got a Giggles, you got
Glenn's, you got roast beef. You know, it's plenty.
and now they got a Dave's Hot Chicken and a Cane's across the street, right? Like it's every Walmart's open 24 hours if I really need to get a frozen something. So I love the area, but the best place I like vacation wise, I've been to Hawaii, fantastic. Go to all three islands. That's paradise. But a simple, easy ride, man. I went to Sanibel and Captiva. It's it's about 40 minutes from Fort Myers. You just fly right into Fort Myers. That's a great place. Food though, New Orleans is absolutely great, man. The Ruby Slipper for breakfast. Oh, baby.
Elite.
Yeah, but I will say this. I went to Vegas for WrestleMania this year. Yeah, it's a money grab. I think Vegas is having some tough times right now. But, dude, I went to the Bacchanal buffet for Easter brunch, dude. It was awesome, like amazing. But this is what pissed me off. 90-minute time limit at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh, screw that.
That's too
Yeah,
We
yeah.
know-
Oh, get out of here.
We know all about that though.
Oh, yeah.
Big Yahoo.
Gayukaku, yeah. They time
Over
you.
in Brookline.
I hate being timed while I'm eating. Like, come on. That's a big no-no. Out on that.
But best stadium, though, by far, I went to Allegiant. Fantastic. There's still something about Dallas Stadium that's amazing. And they're going to have, I don't know if you saw it today, but they're going to have one of the outdoor games at Dallas Stadium. Do you think 80,000 people will watch the Dallas Stars?
I mean,
No.
I think so. It's a big market.
I mean, they're
Possible.
they're a good team.
Tyler Sagan, right?
That's right.
I don't really know who else. I don't know. I mean, maybe the Ben's one of them.
The Benz.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say the Benz.
Mike Madonna will be there. I mean,
Depends who they play. Depends who they play. I think that will have to do with it. Gabe, let's talk. Let's talk.
I think we got to keep it with the food theme here because I'm kind of hungry right now, and it's got me thinking about Thanksgiving. It's got me thinking about the turkey and the mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese. Joe, I want to know what your Thanksgiving Day spread is.
ooh, so this year I'm gonna my I don't want my mom to cook, so I'm going to call my buddy Dom at Dom Sausage and Steak Tip.
We love Dom.
Love
Dom Command.
dogs.
You guys should have him on.
We love Dom.
You guys
Best
should have him
steak
on.
tips ever.
I'll hook you guys up if you want to. I'll tell him to come on with you guys. But he's a sports guy too, knows his stuff. So I'm gonna get a turkey stuffing, right? I'm a cranberry sauce out of a can guy. I don't like that real stuff. Give me the can, baby.
The jelly.
Old Berry. Or
Sure.
jelly?
Sure, I'm sure. But my mom makes this thing though, dude. It's no frills. It's like a broccoli casserole with
Oh,
just
fuck
like
yeah.
butter, cheese.
Isn't it an Italian thing?
I don't know. She's Italian though, definitely.
It's an Italian dish. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
rice,
like a
cheese, and broccoli?
broccoli, cheese, butter, but sprinkled with Ritz crackers.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And it's like so easy to do. It's like what you would do at stoned at 2 a.m, right? It's
Yeah.
just fucking awesome. I can't explain it. And it's like mom's cooking and shit. And my mom still makes. We'll have turkey and stuffing and whatever, but there's still fucking pasta on the table with sauce. Like, what the hell is that? That's
Too
Italian.
much.
That's Italian. Wow.
That's Italian.
Are you in or out on the going out to eat on Thanksgiving?
So I've never done it. So like,
Okay.
I don't want to say I'm out, but like, I would love. Like I said, I'm 43 now, dude. I used to work on Thanksgiving because before I was full time, I worked odd hours, so I was available. Plus football, like I wanted to be a part of the business. Like, hey man, I'll eat dinner later, but let's do this. But if I had to, like, I'd love to eat Thanksgiving at the Kowloon because that's different, right? Like it's like an experience. Like Capitol Grill, I know does it. I think I saw recently like Blue Ribbon Barbecue and like all these kind of places do it now. So, the holidays are important to people, right? They only see them so many times. So I think being home really is kind of, or you do multiple families if you're married, things like that. But for the most part, they're like, am I out on it? No. But I do think that, like, do you really want your elderly parents cooking for you, right? Like, doesn't it change where you're now cooking? Like, my mom, like, she still wants to cook for me. And I'm like, no, not this year. But she's still going to cook that damn pasta and that broccoli mix. So I'm going to say no at this point. So I'd rather just go home. But I would be in on it, though. I'll tell you. Like I said, imagine 8 people around the Kowloon with a lazy Susan just, picking all the food. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, we've been there.
And just eating dinner with the Wong father. I mean, what more could you ask for Thanksgiving Day?
Some Mai Tais.
I was at
I was gonna say maybe you guys don't know this, but the Wong father that you referenced, There's two of them, Bobby and Andy's like my best friend. Andy, Wong, and I talk every day. We're real.
It's amazing.
We're real friends. We talk about our lives. We talk about where we're going, what we're doing. He's got Natty Neidhart coming next week for John Cena's so she'll be doing a book signing there. We were with the Hardys last week. We had him on our show here. But like Andy's like an intimate experience. Like, yeah, everyone heard of him or knows about him, but their family has been around for 75 years. And their kids now they want to retire now. Like their kids have been working for so long. So like when I go out with Andy, we order the whole menu because I work 7 days. He works 7 days. Like when we go out, dude, we go out. So it's like, yeah, he's a little older than me, but like guy knows everybody in the city, but he's the most humble man in the world. Like you wouldn't know if I didn't say, hey, this is Andy of the Cow. He's just another dude, man. He'd love this podcast. He's so humble that he doesn't do things like this. But I love him, man. Like one of the top 5 people in my life is Andy Wong. And when we went to Vegas this year, dude, it was awesome, man. He talks so much crap to people at the blackjack table, and it's like so like back and forth. It's so awesome. He's like my favorite person.
Andy's the best. I was at the Loon last Thursday, group of 12, to do an early Friendsgiving because there's a friend having a baby. So we made it happen early. But yeah, the Lazy Susan, you load up on the party menu. They give you you get laid when you get right in there and you're ripping a Mai Tai. Exactly, ready to roll. All right. Well, we're on the Loon. I got to ask this then. If you're really in touch with Andy, as much as you are, what are their thoughts in terms of things and like the family not wanting to sort of keep it and then moving on to, these drawings that came out a couple weeks ago? Like, I get it. Like they got to go enjoy the rest of their lives. They've worked their asses off for 40, 50 years and carried on a legacy, but it's going to be different when you don't go in on Route 1. Like, as you said, it's like a part of the Vegas Strip that won't be there anymore. So what are just thoughts on that and how they might feel? Any insight on that?
No, I mean, I think they want to keep it going as long as they can. Right? Like, I don't know the guys, like we all think we know the specifics. I think that they have this outside thing that they've been doing every year. I don't know if they do it next year. But it's been such a hit, man. And like, they did drive-in movie theater this year.
Yep.
And guys, listen, whether you like the food or not, I'm biased. I love the food. Every time I go, I have a great time. The Kowloon's a vibe, man. You know how we were just talking about all these or these places that we love? When that place goes down, man, where else are we going to play Keno and scratch tickets and grab a Scorpion Bowl, right? Like the great ones are running out. And I'm happy for them because they get to retire, right? They get to enjoy the work that they put into it. But I still think that, like, we're going to remember the Kowloon and we're going to talk about the Hilltop State, right? I see people with Hilltop shirts on. I did a card show this weekend, guys, and it was like the dinosaur. Someone had a dinosaur North Shore shirt. So again, I'm a city kid from Boston. Like, I didn't know much about the North Shore when I was a kid. But like those things allow landmarks. They stick with you. Like I remember laughing as a kid going to New Hampshire about the golden banana, like and being a young kid being like ha ha ha. And like I've broadcasted from the golden banana before. So like it's just. But as far as like the Wong family and what they do, dude, they're the most charitable people. They do. They're humble isn't even the word, man. They won't take any credit for success. They just want people to be happy and. In the end, they've made me really happy, and they've showed me support. And as I did think they love all that. They see all this stuff, man. I'm sure they love the characters and like Dom's today. They hit me up. Have you guys seen this Sully Mix? What is it? What's this kid from Don Bosco? You guys haven't seen this?
I have no idea.
No.
Oh my God! All right, let me get it, dude. All right, I'm about to make this go viral right now. Then, if you guys haven't seen it. So there's this thing going around. It's like a meme. I don't know what it is, but it's a character called Fitzy McSully. Look, Google it right now.
Sounds very Boston. Sounds very Boston.
All right. So they've been doing these bits about the area and how they went to. If you guys know, Don Bosco was a high school cat. It's my era. I'm 43. You guys are probably younger than me. But Don Bosco was like a Catholic school in Boston that like had football and basketball and like had all the inner city kids. Well, it closed. But the thing's like kind of like a spoof of this kid named Fitzy McSully, who was the star basketball player at Don Bosco. And like he's at Dom's, he's at Kowloon, like he's at all these spots. You got to see it, man. You got to get him on the show.
Is it the guy
we
with
gotta go down
the
this
blonde
rabbit
The
mullet?
hole
blonde
Dude, they
mullet.
got a mullet
real
from the
quick.
80s.
Yeah, the
They
blonde
lost a
mullet.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Number
All right,
33.
we're gonna get him on.
Larry
We're gonna get him
Bird.
on.
We're on it. Gabe,
By the way,
Joe
that was a
talked
long
about
way of me
cards.
saying, dude, I love the Kowloon.
Oh, it's the best.
Joe and Gabe, Gabe's into the trading cards. I know he had wanted to talk a little bit about that. Gabe, rip it.
Yeah, I've been ripping some hobby boxes. Some t the new Tops basketball came out. Looking for those Cooper Flag rookie cards. What have you been ripping these days? If you do that, or if you just buy single cards, or what's the latest in the card show scene?
All right, guys, this is the coolest card that's out there right now.
I saw that this
I
weekend.
saw that.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
101.
It's the Joe Murray 1 of 1 auto. The Shriners in Wilmington had a big show this weekend. It's at the Greater Boston Collectibles. I set up a table. I do this on my spare time, guys. I love trading cards. I love action figures, wrestling figures, I guess I should really say. But I love the hobby, man. And working in sports and then looking at cards, it's a real big industry. To kind of answer your question, I stream with Card Vault. Maybe you guys know them. Chris Costa, local dude, has done a great job with he's the face of the industry now. And he partnered up with Big Night Live, who partnered up with Tom Brady.
Yep.
And they now have locations in New England, but now they're in Soho, New York, and they just opened up in Dallas. They're going to Sacramento, like they're Vegas. They are going to be the premier trading card shop in the United States. And they're backed by Tom Brady. They're backed by Fanatics. They're backed by Topps. So what's great for me is they invite me in, and we'll do a stream on Fanatics Live or whatnot or whatever. And literally, I'm sitting in a room where boxes come in right up, fresh off the truck. It's release day.
Oh,
And people are buying into teams. They're already bought in. People want to break the cards, man. So to explain a box break, you get a case and you buy into teams, which means that any card you break from that team, you buy it, you get it. So I just bought into a Topps Celtics. I got every Celtics card out of a case. I got a couple of Ugo Gonzalez's, nothing great, but there's Tatum signatures. There's stuff like that. But guys, these cards are worth big money. And if you get them graded, they're worth thousands. And it's a big business nowadays, but it's entertaining. It's not like when we were kids, they called that the junk wax era. The paper wasn't made well. They mass produced like so much stuff. But yeah, I did a big collectibles show this week, and people were looking for the Tops, but people still love the old stuff, man. It's nostalgia. Like I left a Terry Rozier autograph card, and everyone made mention to it because he's a big part of the gambling stuff right now. But the number one chase card right now, no doubt about it, it is the Cooper Flag autograph. I saw one the other day. I almost bought it because I wanted to just leave it on display. But I have it right here, the Cooper Flag autograph card. This card's probably $1,000 raw. So if you get it graded, you get a 10, dude. Thing's worth like $3 or $4 grand, and that's the case, baby.
That's insane.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And actually, Joe, Sam and I saw you at the Polar Park trading
You
the
guys,
trade show.
I had a table there where maybe you do look familiar to me. So
Yeah. We were walking around and we saw your table and we were just it was a great time. I mean, it's a huge community, like you said. I mean, a lot of people are kind of in it for the money, but it's also a great hobby, and it just brings me back to when I was younger collecting cards, and it's a really cool community to be a part of.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, did I make money this weekend at the Shriners? Yeah, but dude, I was humbled by the amount of people that listen to the Sports Hub, who listen to my show, who commented on my story. Like, I don't know if you guys know my story, but I'm just a kid from Hyde Park who was in the automotive business. And I played football. I was 6'3", 320 pounds at high school. So imagine blocking me in football, right? My basketball team, we won a championship. Like, I was good at baseball, but I was a huge kid that could move, run, play. But we didn't have prep schools. Like, I was a city kid who went to a small Catholic school. It was a kid like me should have went to a prep school and got developed. Instead, like, I went to Mass Bay and left and got a job at 17, 16, 17. So it's like kids now, and I came from, my mom was a single parent. There was a lot in my life that was a challenge. So I don't have an education. Like, I had a wicked bad Boston accent. But what happened with me was, you guys probably heard ads of Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Hmm.
I was driving cars. I was listening to WEEI, and Mikey Adams was my biggest influence. He was working in the auto business, and he was on the radio and had his own night show. And I was like, I can do this, man. And so I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. My second day of class, my teacher was John Anik, who's the play-by-play for UFC. And he was the program director at 1510 The Zone, which was a competitor to WEI at the time. And they handed out a sheet of paper where they wanted people to read updates. And I wrote my own. And he was like, hey, man, like, do you want an internship? Contact this guy. I did. I got an internship. I got there early every day. This was 2007. I recorded every Red Sox game on a VCR. And I'd go into the place and I'd record it and I'd cut all the highlights. I'd get there so early. And like the guys would never use it. It pissed me off. And I'd be like, guys, the Patriots are going to be really good this year. I'd tell them, right? All right. Well, they just wanted to talk Red Sox. Patriots went undefeated, right? Hey, guys, Kevin Garnett, man, this is going to be a thing. They win the championship. So, like, when I got in the business, I was battling old timers that thought.
Oh, yeah. Legends in Boston radio, especially.
But imagine being like this young kid being like, hey, man, we got to talk about the Patriots. We got to talk about the Celtics. Like, you know, because the Patriots won 3 in a row and it kind of died out a little bit. Brady got hurt. Like, there was a lot of stuff there. Brady got hurt the next year. But still, like, it was a lot going on. So it was hard for me to get in the business. But what I ended up doing was I got hired as a producer. I learned how to run the board, book guests. Like, you know, we didn't have podcasts. I would do my own. I'd hit record and I'd just be talking to myself. And then I'd listen to it and critique it. But I bought my own radio time. They were like, you want to host the show? Yep. All right. It's this much an hour. I bought it. And then I started selling it. And then I started learning how to write commercials and learning partnerships and whatever. And I turned that into a everyday morning show on a financial radio station. You guys know Dave Cullinane? He works with Kirk Minahan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him and I, he was the producer for my show, and we were on a station that we branded Money Matters Radio. And this guy, Barry Armstrong, hosted a financial show. So I did a sports show in the morning on a financial radio station. But I wanted the reps of being on every day. I could do a show in the morning and then go work my job, you know? And I started selling the ads. I would reach out to people like, hey, man, I'm a local kid. Like, you want to help me out? And they did. And I got better because I got more reps. And I started meeting people and friends. And, hey, let me get this guest on. And, hey, you know that guy? And people just wanted to help out, man. And the guy that was running it, Barry, goes, hey, how about you come work for me? And I did. I did financial radio. I don't know a shit about financial radio. And I
want your stock tips every day.
I know nothing. I was a host. I didn't know anything about it, but I learned how to be a host. Hey, we're sitting here right now with the S&P, the 500. I don't know fucking dick about that shit. All right. But what I did was I told the people, hey, can you send me questions in advance? And all I would do is ask them. I'd prepare and ask them questions. I don't know shit about financial radio, but I did it, and I did my sports show. It grew. I did the Sports Blast with Joey Murr. That was my show. And I got hired on the North Shore. I covered the Red Sox for them. I went to New Hampshire, and the Sports Hub came out, and me and Mark Bertrand, he was like one of my guests. We were kind of doing a show together at least. And we pitched it to the Sports Hub. They took him. They didn't take me.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Well, it's safe to say it's worked out all right for both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the best thing about you, Joe, is like everything that you just said, like you've grinded and gotten there, but you haven't stopped that. Like you have your own show, but you also fill in on every show throughout the course of the Sports Hub. You're there Sunday nights doing the post game with Don Darrow and giving him a little shit. There's nothing better than when you and Felger start to go at it, and he's bitching and moaning about the Joe Murray cul-de-sac. Like it's a great listen, and you like all the work and everything that you've put into it has gone to where you are, and like you know, we hopefully get the opportunity to continue on and see where this thing goes. It's been quite the ride. Let's see, we got a few other questions. Big E, let's talk a little wrestling.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about Kowloon. You talked a little bit about trading shows and talking about your love for wrestling. So I feel like we cannot have a question with you without talking a little wrestling. So I want to find out from you, Joe, what is your favorite era of wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna say the Attitude Era, right? Like what was better? Everyone knows "Suck It," right?
Yeah.
Joel Embiid did it during a game last
Still
week.
does it.
Generation X.
Yeah, but
Well, he called it a blocking foul gesture. He said that that's what he was doing.
You could
It was
literally
a
go back in our
blocking
text
foul.
thread, and I throw a DX suck it out
Oh,
to
all the time.
these guys
I
at
had
least once
those
a week.
CDs as a kid. Those entrance songs. You need role players. Triple H
yeah,
coming down the stairs with the fucking music going on. It
The
was great.
90s were the heyday.
yeah,
Had
yeah.
to be.
It was the heyday. But you know how I just said like, and I appreciate you guys. Like I'm a humble dude, man. Like trust me, I've grown into who this guy is. I'm still Joe from High Park. Like that's who I am, man. Like we all could have a beer together and hang out. Yeah, am I like a polar like you could I can't whisper like but
No, can
what I love about wrestling though is these guys, man. Like, do you know their backstories, dude? Like, they were making some of these guys were making $150 a night, and like
Mhm.
putting their bodies on the line with no insurance and like, they got kids and families and like dude, I think about those 80s and 90s crews, right? And why guys left WWE for WCW because WCW was offering guaranteed contracts. Like these people gave up their careers for money, but I don't blame them for it, right? Like, so it is kind of sad that, like, Goldberg, for example, yeah, he was
Mhm.
great. He got pushed, won the championship, but when WCW ended, he just took the money, man. Because he got paid every dollar for not doing anything for years and got that merch, all that stuff. So when he came back, he kind of sucked, right? So like whatever. What I'm trying to say is like the Hardy Boys. I had Matt Hardy and Jeff. These guys were at the top of the right. They hit rock bottom with substance abuse and all sorts of other shit, but they came back. And redemption, man. Like me, I'm a fighter, dude. If the Sports Hub lets me go tomorrow, dude, I'm going somewhere else or I'm going to do my own podcast. It's you got to evolve or die, man. I'm not trying to get morbid on you, but like your podcast, you guys are doing a good one. But you know what? It could be better, right? There's other things you could do. It's just if you have that mentality in life, you're gonna even at your job, right? We all settle in on our job, but you want to do more, even with your family. Like, what can I do this year for a vacation? Like, it's just the second you stop that energy, bro, you've lost. And I hate to be corny, but when you go the extra mile, it is less crowded, and that's why, like, when I look at these wrestlers, man, the podcast the way to go for them. A lot of them do that, right? As long as they stay in it, man, they're relevant, and I respect them for their bodies, man, and like the trials and tribulations and the shit that goes with it. So that's why I love wrestling for one more reason. Wrestling's the only thing in our lives, guys, that we can disrespect or not watch for weeks or shit on or then watch all night and love. It's the only thing that you can disrespect and leave, and it's always there for you. Even though it doesn't love you back, it's always there.
That's
Follow-up
true.
wrestling
Chris,
question for you. What's the
go.
best actor to come out of wrestling?
Skaz will tell you it's Batista.
I think that's the popular choice, but I don't know if you've seen Peacemaker,
There's
but
there's a few.
Cena's not bad.
Even Andre the Giant was good.
Oh, he was fantastic in The Princess Bride.
Princess. I mean, that's
Kevin Nash has been pretty good.
What's Kevin Nash been in?
He was in Longest Yard. Remember he did the steroid. They gave him the women's
Right.
hormones. He's been in a couple of things actually.
He's a great follow on Twitter.
Yeah, he was a stoner in I forget what movie. He's been in a couple, but I've interviewed him, dude. It's on YouTube. One day he just starts talking and he goes, "Oh man, this weed, bro, it's really getting me." I'm like, "Nah, man, I got you, dude. I know, dude." We talked about weed for 15 minutes straight. It was like fucking great.
Oh, that's
But yeah,
amazing.
that's a good one because Hogan I didn't love, but I love No Holds Barred, man. Again, maybe I'm older than you guys, but maybe we don't have one yet. Like I think Cody Rhodes could be really good. I think Roman could be good. Like Roman's a polarizing figure, but in the end, I think Seth Rollins could be one too.
I think
Well,
that's like the big thing that's coming out is that all of these wrestlers, they're tremendous actors because of what they do for
We
the
haven't even
craft.
talked about The Rock.
And yeah, I mean, well, I think The Rock is he's very commercial. Although the Smashing Machine could be really good, so we'll find out when that comes out.
Dude,
that's what they've said about every rock movie. It
Yeah,
could be
this is
really
gonna be the
good.
next
Well,
one. This is gonna be the next one, man.
Jungle Cruise.
The Scorpion King was a great movie. That's all I gotta say.
I used
Brendan
to love
Fraser.
Walking Tall. Remember that?
That was a good movie. Yeah, that was
What
decent.
about Ballers? I like Ballers.
Oh yeah,
Decent show.
that was a good one. I like that one.
Decent show. Kraz, let's talk a little music.
Yeah, let's switch it up to music here. So, some sad news with our favorite band. One of their singers, Donna Jean, passed away from the Grateful Dead. So rest in peace to her. We'll talk about her a little bit later. But we're also a big fan of a Boston-based band called Ripe. If you don't know them, you definitely should look them up because they're just if you're in the car and you're stuck in traffic and you want to bop around, that's definitely a band you're gonna want to listen to. But what's your go-to song or artist, or is it are you like all of us? Are you kind of mood dependent on your music and it's like I listen to this when I'm angry or I'll listen to this when I'm happy and or do you have
Yeah.
like phases where you listen to the same thing?
So full transparency, the only thing I have listened to for the last 3 weeks is the Taylor Swift album.
But
You got
that's
Opalite stuck in your
there's
head.
nothing wrong with
it's
that.
pretty good.
Well,
Thank
not
you.
that,
I thought you
have
guys were gonna shit on me.
No.
No, no.
I
No.
drove down to
We
I
all
drove
have
down
wives
to
that listen to Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
I drove to Jersey last weekend and that's all we listened to. It was
But
pretty
dude,
good.
I used so how I got into radio. I used to play music. I wasn't any good at it. I had a good voice. I can play like guitar and all that. But I like to take songs and make them acoustic songs or make them like a rock song. So I've been playing the
Okay.
song like "Canceled" on the new album, and what's it called? Actually, "Romantic's" like my favorite song on the. You mentioned Opalite, dude. I'd love to play that on an electric guitar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would love.
Awesome.
Maybe one day you'll just see Joe Murray playing the whole entire Life of a Showgirl.
Taylor Swift.
This was not on my
I
bingo
think that
card, Joe. Not on my
I
bingo
think
card.
I think that this should be just like how they have the musical segment when they call into Zoe and Bertrand. I think you need the Joe Murray Taylor Swift crossover, and I think it's got to happen
Well,
some ways.
I do the songs of summer every year, but there wasn't a lot of good songs this year. But last year it was
No.
Joe Espresso, if you heard that song,
Oh yeah.
which was
You
which
and
was,
you and
but
Big Jim got to get in the lab and do a little duo.
so big. Shout out to Big Jim, super talented dude, man. Like I'm friends with him, dude. No, listen, he probably knows food and all this shit better than me. You know what I mean? Like I'm the guy who just talks about it, right? Jim's super talented, man. Like I don't know how he works. I just so by the way, to answer your question, it's Allison James. But to back up a little bit, dude, like everyone listens to Felger and Maz. I know these guys. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I know Mike Felger. I know Tony. Like so like when we're in the studio, bro, like we're talking like we all know each other. Like you know, so you guys are getting like the cul-de-sac. It's like Felger doesn't understand because he just doesn't want to know. If I'm like, hey man, this shit's going on, he doesn't want to know. He just doesn't want to. So he'll call it a cul-de-sac, but it's him not wanting to even try to figure it out. So that's why it pisses. But he fucking winds me up, right? It's great. It's perfect. He doesn't want to know. I get wound up. Everyone wins, except for me. You know. But I love Maz. Like Maz, coolest dude in the world. He is the coolest dude by far. Even like I used to work with Adam Jones. Adam Jones is like the smartest dude in the world, right? Rich Keefe, super fucking talented. Like Christian Arcan's my boy. Like I love those guys. Like we're competitors, dude. But I came up with these guys, man. Like, and it's just like we all had a niche, and it's just I love this business, dude. But like I want you to know, I think I can do what the other guys do, and I'm not. That's not an insult. Like Zoe's a fucking pro. Beatles, my boy. Like Fred Toucher's a mentor of mine, right? Like I lived that show inside, outside, and around.
Yeah.
Okay? So like Wallach texted me on the way in here today. Like fucking Hardy. Like I'm friends with all these guys. All we do is bust balls. It's like a fucking cult. Like, I don't want to call it. I shouldn't use the word cult. We're like a we're like
fraternity.
Yeah, I was gonna say fraternity. Yeah,
we're kind of like a version of the Heisman House. Right?
Okay, like that.
We all got like our own. We're all doing our own fucking thing, but we all like kind of use each other's content. You know what I'm saying? And they use mine. They fucking love me.
Oh yeah,
you
should have some of the stuff
or
they
talking
use.
food or whatever. You know. But it's great.
Uh,
It's great. But I don't know why. But my favorite band's Alice in Chains and fuck Godsmack.
we'll make sure that they get the
They're a
memo.
ripoff. They stole the name. Godsmack is an Alice in Chains song. The fucking sun they made was drawn by Lane Staley. Like, how the fuck did they become famous? They ripped them off.
2 or 3 songs probably, and Guitar Hero.
Do like I told you. And again, Stay Away From Me is the name of the song. Alice in Chains says, I stay away. Like, come up with your own shit.
Yeah, come on, Godsmack. It's bullshit.
Sure.
I have to do halftime in like when the game goes to halftime. But keep going. What else you guys got? I want to roll.
No, we're keeping an eye on the game. We'll make sure you're out of here at halftime. Fellas, the floor is open here. Joe, we can talk, if you want to sort of set the stage for us on Pats this week and what you thought of the game and just overall thoughts on the season, and then go off for halftime and we'll wrap up the episode here. Just thoughts on the Pats, I guess.
I'll take the L on under 8.5 wins. L. Did you guys really think this was going to happen?
No,
No,
Not like
none of
this.
us thought
No,
seven.
I
not
mean-
like, not like this.
No,
Seven
not
and
like
two,
this.
no way.
That's crazy.
Especially after
Nope.
that Pittsburgh game, I was
No.
out. I was
There
out.
it is. Put it on the board. Pittsburgh game mentioned in the episode. How many episodes will we get to? It could be all fucking 17 weeks that we have left
No.
that the
But,
Pittsburgh game gets mentioned.
But listen, they should win. I think they should win the AFC East.
I agree.
Win
At
like
this point,
and listen. Last week they had two teams with 2 turnovers or have more turnovers than the other team. 2 more lose. It's just they won. I was out on the Vrabel hire, but man, does it look good, right? And just to kind of compare, the Falcons going with Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson. That's what I wanted the Patriots to do. Defensive with an offensive mind, right? Well, Patriots went with
got it.
Vrabel and McDaniels, which I just was out on. Okay, I'm wrong. I'll take the fucking L again. But coaching has been the difference. And the one thing that Vrabel said this year was effort, finish, and beat bad football. That's what happened on Sunday, right? As simple as that.
I think
Yeah.
McDaniels called a crappy second half.
Me
Though.
too. He was fucking horrible. But that's
111 yards in the second half. Like
but
you
that
can't
third
win.
down play to seal it though was ball.
That was nice. That was nice.
It's like I want to shit on him. Trust me, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
But like
I mean,
you got it. We got in last week. They did the old seam Gronkowski tight end play. I'm like, they're that fucking like I have to buy. I now have to bend the knee to Josh McDaniels, that fucking asshole. But I've been
Is
right
he-
though. Just so you
is
know, I've
he-
been right. I thought
is he-
Van Pelt sucked. I thought Bill O'Brien, he's the worst. He's suspect still, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
it just
I mean,
BC's a
talk about
train
a
wreck.
shit
Ruined
show
BC
right now.
football.
train wreck.
anyway.
Do
But
we-
yeah, next week though, I think the Pats have. I think they're going to lose next week. Not because it's the Bucks. It's just a tough spot with a short week in the Jets. Generally, when you're betting, you have to look ahead, right? This was a spot this week. Falcons had a chance. They covered. I mean, look at it. It was a spot. So now the Pats go on the road after the spot this week with the divisional game on a short week the next week. I would sit Booty this week, potentially not play him against the Jets and have him right for the rest of the year. But when he went down, Drake May wasn't right. But the positive here is he went back to Pop Douglas, who had 100 yards, and he went to Hunter Henry on the big plays. If he can keep those guys in that mold and continue to mix in Diggs with Hollins, I think they'll be fine. But I also think Ramondre comes back too.
Yes.
I think-
What do you think they need to do at the trade deadline?
Pass
here?
rush. They just lost the kid
Yeah.
that they were in on from the Titans. He went
Landry.
got to Baltimore. Yeah. So
The
it just happened like a little while ago. But they need a pass rush, guys. And listen, I think they should call Stephon Gilmore. Just call him. Hey, do you want to play? Maybe they move Marcus Jones to a little safety here and there. Like remember that McCourty role where he played safety but would come up and be a nickel.
Yeah.
Maybe they can implement that.
I mean,
Maybe that's what I covered Duggar.
They put themselves in position to do that with these veterans. Like they were
Exactly.
7-2 in like they have a real chance to do something in the playoffs. Like I would have not thought that like 2 months ago. You would
That's
have
what
called me crazy.
they have to do it though. With Drake May on the
Have to.
contract, like you have to. This is when you put all your chips on the table. And if you're
You have
Bobby
to.
Kraft, and I don't mean this morbidly, but how many more swings at the fences is he going to have given just his age? And so, if there's a time to do it, it's right now when he's on that rookie deal, and to go make that happen. Joe, looks like we got like 40 seconds left here. You got to run.
Yeah, go in a minute here.
All right.
Oh, I gotta go
Good.
now.
Hey,
Love you,
Joe,
buddy.
it's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Joe,
Can we do it again?
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Do it again, boys.
Take
Thank you.
care.
Joe.
Appreciate
See
it.
ya.
Thanks,
I'll
Joe.
be
Tune in to
listening to
Joe
you on my
Murray.
way home.
What a guy. What a guy.
Wow.
My former
I mean,
coworker.
We
Off
had
to
a
another
script, but
job.
why the fuck have a script when you got Joe Murray on? Because that
Seriously.
was fucking
You don't need a
incredible. We
script.
just
No-
went
no
all over
outline.
the place.
No,
We
just
just
rip.
Outlines out the window.
Out.
Outline.
We're out on the outline.
out on the outline. Fuck the outline. Oh,
Boom.
appreciate Joe. I was like ready to run through a brick wall there at one point when he's gassing us up. And
Oh,
started saying
yeah, I
about
was
it,
ready to
so
go for him. I was like, yeah.
but let's keep around town going. Joe set the table on the Pats, but J Matt, give any takes. We can get any takes. We'll get a quick around town in here, and then get through the episode. So high level takes, Pats take,
Yeah.
squeak it out.
So like my overall take is that it wasn't a pretty win. It definitely wasn't. They actually could have lost that game. We all know that. I mean, they put 111 yards up on the second half, and the extra point could have forced overtime. I Although they did win, I would have loved to see a big takeaway for me is though a win is a win. I would have loved to see what Drake May could have done potentially to lead them down the field to get whether a field goal or a touchdown or something, whatever they needed. I would have loved to see that. Although he did ice the game with that third down play, which was great to see. But like I would have loved to see him like work
Clutch time.
yeah, like we haven't really like fully seen that Drake May yet. So that would have been kind of cool to see. My other thing is like kudos to the defense. They really they forced a 3-and-out for the first series, and then also the Pats scored a touchdown right after that. I think it was a 10-play, 75-yard drive, 5.5 minutes, and then they forced another punt the right after that. So kudos to the defense for fixing the mistakes that they were making all year so much, pretty much, which was just starting off slow. So my takeaway is the defense started off strong, which is awesome, and that's great to see. But the second half offense was such a struggle, and they can't do that against like great teams against Buffalo and the Chiefs and even the Ravens coming up. That you can't play that way against these teams that expect to win. So a win's a win, though. We can't complain
Yeah.
after the last couple of years.
A
We
few
can't.
other thoughts just to add in there. I think like the defense, because you just talked about the defense, holding another runner under 50 yards.
Yeah.
And Bijan Robinson, who I think we could all probably walk away and say is at least a top three, top four back in the league. So the
Oh
fact
yeah.
that they've been doing this on the run that they've been doing it for, I saw a stat today. There's only been one team that's done it longer than them that's hold a team opposing players under 50 yards rushing, and it was the Bucks in 2020, who then went on to win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
that's some elite company to be in. The other thought that I also wanted to share too is Christian Gonzalez, second most important player on the team. You can see exactly how much that defense changed when he went out of the game, and he was doing a pretty decent job on Drake London. And then after he went out, it was Drake London just dominating our defense because he had such a huge height matchup against Marcus Jones. So that's the other thing here. And I think the other thing, just kind of talking about Christian Gonzalez, I don't think it's too much of a coincidence that Christian Gonzalez came back in what, week 4? And that's when we started to go on this run. So yes, Drake May is definitely the most important player on this team. He's the quarterback. He leads the offense, but Christian Gonzalez is just as important on the
Mhm.
defensive side too.
Couldn't
Undoubtedly.
agree
Gabe
more with
Kratz,
that.
jump in.
Um, just some notes. Injuries are starting to pile up, which is not great for this team that kind of lacks a little bit of depth in some positions. You got Booty who injured his hamstring, did not return last game. Christian Gonzalez had the head injury. Ramondre is already out, and they have a linebacker who went out. So now it's our depth is starting to get tested, and you could tell the offense looked different without Booty in there. They couldn't really spread the ball around or throw it deep like they like to. Um, so you got Kyle Williams has some big shoes to fill right now, and
Ugh.
and I think we're gonna find out in the next few weeks or however long it takes Booty to get right. What kind of player he is and if he can adapt to the Patriot offensive system.
Don't
Yeah,
you
and
gotta
I mean they
get
got to
Efton
close.
Chisholm a chance?
I think
My
you'd absolutely have to give Afton Chisholm a chance. I mean, he hasn't really popped in the special teams in my opinion, but I think he's a crafty little receiver, and why not? I mean, Kyle Williams hasn't done jack shit, so why wouldn't you give Chisholm a chance?
Yeah, but I don't know if I would give him a chance over Kyle Williams. How many plays has Kyle Williams actually gotten? And I think this is, the one thing that we all like to talk about with Josh McDaniels is Josh McDaniels does not play rookies. He literally only played Trayvon Henderson in a lead back role last week because, Ramondre wasn't playing. And Henderson looked great. Like it looked like the Henderson of preseason. I wonder if Kyle Williams getting an opportunity right now may not be a bad thing because he looked electric on all the tape coming out from college. He is someone that a lot of draft nicks said that this could be a guy that the Patriots get as a steal. So I would love to see him get an opportunity, not necessarily over Chisholm, but as a guy you drafted in the third round, he should get some reps.
Apparently, it's a timing issue. I mean, I was listening to
Yeah,
Felger and Maz, and they said that every play that they've thrown the ball to him has been way off. So
there's
we'll
no
see.
reps with him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Guys,
Kraz,
give
what's your
us
take?
your game thoughts.
Me, I mean, I think you guys said everything perfectly. I think the biggest thing is there's clearly a depth issue, and really, I think the biggest question is moving aside from breaking down the game because we did that pretty well. Is what are the Patriots going to do with the trade deadline? Because they clearly need to do something. Like Josh, like you said, it's Robbie Kraft's only getting so young. He's not going to get, any younger. So, kind of swinging for the fences right now. With control that we do have with, where we are record wise and the rest of the season and a chance to actually make it pretty decently far. I know Joe was talking about, we obviously need some pass rush help, especially, with the injuries this past week. Where else do you think? Running back? Do you think wide receiver? I mean, me personally, we need to go out and get a running back, and I think we need to go out and we need to spend and we need to get a stud
I don't think
and
they're gonna do
solidify it.
much. I really don't. I
I
feel like
agree with you,
I feel like
Josh.
the NFL trade deadlines never does it. Like it's one of those trade deadlines that kind of always comes and goes. So we'll see what happens, but like I'm not anticipating any big movement or any players to add. I
I
really
don't know
don't.
if
I
the
don't know.
Patriots are going to make big moves, but I actually think this trade deadline in the NFL is actually going to be pretty seismic. I think you're going to see some players really shift because there are some teams right now that are clearly
Well, why wouldn't the
sellers.
Patriots do it? I mean, the
I'm
last
I'm
20 years
I'm not
we've only experienced Bill Belichick in the way that he's done things. So
sure.
who's to say that things aren't
They
going to
very
be
well
different
might.
now?
They very well might. I'm just saying in general, regardless of whatever the Patriots do, I think that there's going to be a lot of trades that have been made that are
Just
made across the league.
am I?
That's it.
Don't expect it to be the NBA trade deadline. Let's like don't
No.
you
I'm
know?
not.
Like
I think it's
I'm
gonna be
just
better than the
saying.
NBA
you
deadline.
do.
The
Wow.
trade deadline
That's not even
last
what
year
I'm
for
saying.
NBA was awful. It was
Wow.
terrible.
I
So
don't know.
yeah, do I think it's gonna be better than last year's NBA trade deadline? It's
Never
possible.
mind.
Wow.
And I think
Apparently my
That's not
take's
even what I was
terrible.
trying to
Wow.
get at, but all right. I
I
mean,
The
think
NBA.
No.
also
Your take's not terrible. The trade deadline
that's
last year
not
was
even no.
terrible.
My my
That's what
my
I'm trying to
take
say.
was it doesn't need to be a dynamic fucking trade deadline. We need somebody
Yes.
is what the take is. We need
Yeah.
somebody, whether it's a running back or a wide receiver. We need someone to fill that
My
fucking
thing
depth
though, my
because
thing though,
we're thin. We're
my
thin.
thing was like Joe said pass rush, but like where the fuck was Barmore? He was a healthy scratch last week. Like what the fuck's going on with that? Like him and Milton Williams all year before last week and the week before have been in force. So like I don't know. That's a little sketchy about what's going on with him. I think it definitely some off the field issues. I don't think it's got to be anything to do health wise. I really think it's probably off the field, but like we'll see what happens there. But I mean, get him on the field with Milton Williams. That's your pass rush right there.
I think the one team that I would be kind of like keeping an eye on that the Pats can make a trade with is the Saints, and it's not necessarily for the offensive players that are being talked about. Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed. I think it's more about Cameron Jordan and Carl Granderson because those are the guys who I think can help the defense. Not saying that we don't need offensive players. I think we could all use another running back at this point, a stud wide receiver. I think the need is pass rush. Though. That is the biggest thing that we can get, and I'm just echoing what Joe said. But I think those are the guys that if we see a move gets made, those are the guys I'm keeping an eye on.
I would take a backup lineman too, like O lineman, because like Moses is old and I don't know, like the O line kind of been getting a little turned around the last couple of weeks. So
little.
yeah, so something's gotta change there.
That's
So
one thing
maybe
we didn't touch on is
we
Drake
haven't
May is the second most sacked quarterback in the league
yeah,
this year.
we haven't
Like
touched on that at all. So
it's
the
crazy
line
that no one like suggests that we should pick up like some linemen, but
I'm
I
curious.
think
What were the
that's a
numbers
little bit
that?
more tricky to make happen.
yeah,
What were the
I agree.
numbers before the last 2 weeks? Because he was sat on his ass a lot the last 2 weeks, and I think
11
before that the
sacks,
numbers
sacks. Yeah,
were
12.
not were not so bad. So I wonder how much of that is recency bias. And yeah, the numbers do say he's the second most sacked quarterback, but if he kept up at a pace that it was prior to that, it probably wouldn't be as bad.
Controversial E tonight, just taking the standpoint going on the other side of the
The
fence. I
cat
love
the
it.
counterpoint.
Yeah, Joe Murray has taken the Jack in the Box and wound it all up, baby. It's been this is great. Great banter. Well, listen, I think the trade deadline time will tell in terms of things here. They got tomorrow to figure it out. They got to do something. I think we're all in agreement from that standpoint. What it is, time will tell. I think Kraft needs to invest. I think this team is in a position. I don't think that there's a team in the NFL right now that's like this, like number one, clearly better than the rest sort of team. Indy certainly isn't
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Don't
Philly
waste the
might be like
opportunity.
right, as our good friend Maury
Go all
Christgordon
in.
says, like when it's there, it's there. So, great opportunity against Tampa this weekend to see how you stack up against a top team in a conference. Let's keep the show on the road here. A team that was able to right the ship after a 0-3 start and able to
Just as you
look like
predicted.
hopefully get into 500. Where does the panic meter stand? Where do we feel about the beloved team in green?
It's
I
not
would say
great.
I would say my panic meter is at a 4. It's definitely less than it was. I mean, getting 3 out of 4 last week was great after an 0-3
Yeah.
start. And I know Sam, your panic meter is still at a 2. But this is a roller coaster, just like the
But
Bruins are
what
a
was
roller
your most
coaster
what
right
was
now.
the most impressive win out of those three
The
in your
Cavs,
mind?
the
Yeah,
Cavs,
yeah,
because of
yeah,
the way they dominated them. But
yeah.
I
And
think
it was
the second
But
most
they were
impressive win was
also
the Sixers.
I resident Cavs person over here. They no what who they were definitely
Garland?
No
shorthanded.
Garland,
No,
no
no
Garland.
Garland, yeah,
okay.
and so
Okay, we
someone
have
else.
no
We had no
Tatum.
Tatum. We
We
had
have
no
no
I'm
Tatum.
Tatum.
just what we know no Tatum's this year, guys. Like we okay, what are
For
you
now,
doing?
for
What are we
now,
doing?
for
But,
now.
but,
We,
but
What are we
we,
doing?
we all think he's coming
we're
back.
just
We all
saying.
think he's coming back.
We're just saying.
I'm just trying to say, yes, they dominated them, but they were shorthanded. So like take it for what it's worth. I do think the Cavs are still for real. Like they're very for
They're
real.
they're gelling. I mean, you look, they took 3 games like we thought that they were going to do, and then they got absolutely steamrolled by the Rockets, where you had White, you
Gross.
had Jaylen Brown, and you had who was the other guy? They were both the three
Thompson.
Josh Minott. They were
Are
all
they that
minus
good?
20s, and
The
then Pritchard
Rockets?
was
Yeah.
also a
Houston's
minus
very good.
19. And like your player of the game against Houston was Baylor Shireman. No offense to the kid. He's a great player, but he can't be your player of the game. You know,
Well,
like someone has to step up night in
to
and
be
night
fair to
out. And
Baylor, like that game was over at halftime, and I typically never say games are over at halftime, but they were already down over 20 at
yeah, it
that
was
point.
Yeah,
split.
They
You
they
could
were in
see
a
the split. It
hole.
was
they were
split.
done.
It was done. So like that's why Baylor was the player of the game because he played a lot in the second half.
Yeah,
Like
he had 30
Durant
some odd
and just
minutes.
like that starting unit just absolutely dominated. And shout out
They
to
were
Ime
elite.
Udoka. He knows how to attack the Celtics players
And he
from his
definitely
time
knows how to
here.
stick it to the Celtics. I'll tell you what.
He definitely does. So I'm sure that felt good for
No,
him.
no, no one
But
got that.
I got it.
Stick it to something.
Yeah.
The thing that's a little concerning is though is they're losing to good teams. Like the Knicks are a good team. Detroit, I think, is actually a pretty good team.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
they're not
It's
Yeah,
they need to take
we
those
talked about
wins.
that last
Like
week a little
yeah.
bit.
So that's the
the-
thing that's a little concerning is this
But
not
it's
but this team
Especially
is still
Detroit
new.
because they're a young and developing team that's got that chemistry already.
it's
I'm not as concerned by those losses. I was more concerned by like dropping it to the Sixers because of how that game went. They were up
Even
most
though
of
it was
that
a
game and
win,
they gave it away. And even the second game that they won against the Sixers, it kind
they
of went
almost
the
threw it
opposite.
away.
It went
yeah.
the
Oh
opposite
yeah.
way than the first game went,
Could have
where
lost
like
that.
Philly ended up pulling that out. We ended up pulling it out in the second one. So
They should have lost that. I mean, they had loss written all over with Minot missing those last free throws at the end. It
This
was
team has a problem protecting big leads for
So
whatever
wait,
reason.
your meter level is 10 a high. 10 is like
The
super
highest.
panic.
yeah.
I'm at a 5 or 6, guys. Are you
I'm
4
at
and
I was
2?
I was a 6 last week.
Okay.
I'm a 4 because it was an improvement over the previous week where they went 3-1. But yeah, I get it, Josh. Yeah, I'm not feeling great
Yeah.
about
It's
everything right
not
now.
sunshine and roses in
I'm a
in
2.
No,
Celtics
it's not.
land.
It's not like the Patriots.
No,
You got
definitely.
I mean, I'm
Especially
not saying it's sunshine and roses. I'm just saying my panic meter is at a 2 because if you were here last episode, we were talking about how we have a bunch of young players that are coming together and they're all super, super talented in their own regards, but they haven't played together and they're playing against teams that have played together and have formed that chemistry and then are also adding additional players on, like the Knicks, I mean,
But if
thankfully
it,
we were
But
able to
like
beat the
but if
Cavs,
these
but
guys are
also
also
like
talented, how were we able to sign them on such cheap deals?
yeah, and like where's Pritchard? Like what the hell is he doing? Like the worst 3-point shooting guard in the league.
yeah.
Like what's going on with that? It's not great, but I'm obviously it's early. Like there's still it's an 82 game season. There's 7 games in, but um they are looking like a 500 team right now. They are playing like a 500
Yeah.
team. So it's not
You
great.
I
you
still need
you
a
have
bigger
to be
sample
realistic
size.
about it. Like
Yes.
when you see this team play against Houston, who actually is a championship contender and looks like they could very
Yes.
well win the championship this year. I mean, they look like the Monstars, making like a Space Jam
But
reference.
so could
Like
Cleveland too, anyone
it's
could argue. So
crazy.
it's tough.
It's there's such a talent gap when you don't have Jason Tatum in there. And like you said, Pritchard being a starter is not working out right now. I wonder if they
He's in his
have
own
him
head.
come back off the bench because it just looks like his confidence is a little rattled playing up another level as a starter. So I don't know. It's they're still like everyone's saying they're still trying to figure it out. It seems like.
The one thing is the big men. Like I still think that's a huge problem. They
Yeah,
go up
huge
against teams
issue.
that have
The
some
front
height.
court
Huge
needs
issue.
to get
They just get absolutely
established.
Even
destroyed
tonight
on the
against
offensive
Utah,
boards.
they're up 10 against Utah at halftime. They're losing the rebound battle by 7 rebounds at halftime, right?
Yeah,
So like
There were
and
two
you
there were 2 games this year we won the rebound battle. Two
It's
games.
just not going to happen
They're
with
middle of
the
the road.
personnel they have, and that's
They're-
okay.
I'm
This is
looking
not. This is
the
a
big
development year.
I think the biggest thing is I'm looking at the team stats right now. They're the second worst team in assists right now. Behind, only New Orleans is the only team behind them. 22 assists a
Yuck.
game. That's not good. They have to switch
I
that
saw
up.
too much. They
Small
got it.
sample size around like just for where we are right now, but
Hmm.
some troubling trends.
Yeah, for sure.
They gotta listen. This team is. I agree with Kraz is taking a sense that they're still trying to figure things out, and that they're going to need some time. Like you don't. I think they're still trying to figure out who's in this rotation. Jaylen Brown's trying to figure out how to be that 1A player, in the supporting
Pritchard,
cast
same.
and doing those things. So there's. I agree. A 15-20 game sample size would really know, but I don't think that they're gonna hover around 500, and it might be a little less, it might be a little more, and get into the playoffs and see what you can do with getting Tatum back towards the end of the year. We're
Can I
talking
say
about
one last thing on them? One
yeah,
last
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is that the one thing that I think is really concerning is they haven't switched the style of play that they played from last year and the years before. Is they're still chucking up threes, 47 attempts a game, but with the 47 attempts, they're only hitting 32%, which is fifth worst in the league. So it's like
Oof.
they're living and dying by the three, and they can't play that way this year. They have to switch it up, and if they don't, like either the three's got to drop or it's going to be a really really long winter.
100%. And this is what we talked about with Missoula at the beginning of the season. Can he adapt given the circumstances of personnel on this team so far? The stats don't lend to it. The record, after tonight and hopefully picking up a W lends itself to 500 and still figuring it out here. But they gotta. I agree. The numbers don't necessarily reflect in the best way, but at the end of the day, if they're pulling off wins, that's what counts in the record books. So we're talking about a 500 team, though. Another team that has miraculously gotten themselves back to 500 is the Black and Gold. The roller
So
coaster is
bipolar.
real.
We
The
might
roller
have two
coaster
roller
is real.
coasters in the amusement park, one for the
They
Celtics and one for the Bruins.
they're
I
so
mean,
bipolar.
Jesus,
It's
and
crazy.
I got to talk about a roller coaster a little bit later and oh yeahs and yeah-ohs, but Gabe, take it away on the Bruins.
All right, so we're on an upward trajectory here. It's like Superman at Six Flags. You're going up that huge ass ride, and the Bruins, they've won three in a row. They've won four of their last five games, including a pretty good win against a really good Carolina Hurricanes team. So right now, Bruins fans, I guess, are feeling a little better about this team, but we know under the surface that a
They're
losing
just
streak is right around the corner. We really can't get too high or too low with this team. Some notes here. David Pastrnak is having a great season. I mean, as expected, but he has 17 points in 14 games, and that's I think top five in the league right now. Uh, also, Morgan Geekie is scoring at a pretty incredible rate right now. He already has 9 goals, and is looking to repeat a pretty nice season just like he had last year as well. We did have another Bruin go down, another Lindholm. Something about that bloodline there is not looking good. But Elias Lindholm is now injured with a lower body injury and should be out a few weeks. So that could really test the Bruins' depth and bring the Superman ride right back down. So we'll see. One other thing that I really have liked or about the Bruins defense right now is they're pairing McAvoy with Zadorov. That's a pretty nasty first line defensive pairing. You got the nastiness of Zadorov, and you've got, you know, Charlie's no small guy either, and just a little more skillful. So those two together have seemed to gel pretty well, and I'd like to see that more of that moving forward. And then another shitty prospect that Sweeney drafted, Mason Lohrei, has been healthy scratched 3 times in a row now. That's not looking good, and the prospects, the draft picks just keep dropping for Sweeney, and soon enough there maybe no young guys in the pipeline that he could put his name to. It's kind of
Gabe, do you
sad.
like Hustadinov?
I do. I think he's a good player. I think he's not gonna. I don't know. He's not like a top six guy, but he certainly plays with a lot of edge, and he scored that overtime goal, I believe, against the Buffalo Sabres. So, he's gonna have a lot more minutes now with Elias Lindholm going down. So we'll get a little taste and see if he can develop into a little bit better of a player here.
He centered the geeky Pasternak line against the Carolina game, and they won. They ended up winning that 2-1. So, I
Yeah, that's an
mean,
interesting development for sure.
yeah, I would kind of keep going with that, especially how good defensive they played against Carolina is like always that team that like trap 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 like you can't get any no ice, no room to breathe. And
Yeah.
I was watching that game and they actually they played a pretty solid game. So they're definitely putting themselves in position right now, especially after that really slow start they had. Um, they just the NHL is this that league where by Thanksgiving, if you're in it, you're putting yourself in a position and they have what 3 weeks till Thanksgiving, about 3.5. So like
Yeah.
really the next 3.5 weeks is going to be a make or break for this team. If they can even still, I'd say stay around 500 or maybe a game or two above, I think they're going to put themselves in a good position. Um, it's just I don't know, like this they live and die by Swayman too, and he played really well the other day. And if Swayman really wants to earn his contract and he wants to be a part of this team and make a run, like nut up, dude, it's time. Like stop bitching and like stop being, that like, oh, I'm not gonna play in the off season bullshit last year. Like we're over that, we're past that. New season, like get it together and like let's fucking go. So it's
Do you,
time
do
to
you
nut
see
up.
him being part of the core here going forwards?
He
Because,
has to
I,
be.
well, I don't know. For a team that's developing, you don't typically pay a goaltender that much amount of money where you have so many other holes in the roster. So I'm team trade Swayman because personally, I'd rather have that money to give other parts of the roster and get a goalie when you have, the rest of the roster ready to compete. But
What are you
that's
gonna
me.
get? What are you gonna get for him though? I mean, he
You're
had a
not
really
trading a guy
Monthly
you just gave
salary.
$64 million to in his second year of the contract. That's not
yeah.
that.
Not yeah, not
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 now,
yet. No,
but
not yet. Not yet.
certainly
this
down the
team, this
line.
the fact of the matter is that this I thought that at 3-6 it was like, oh God, like we're in for an absolute hellhole of a
Same.
season here,
Yeah.
and that they're not going to buy in, and Marco Sturm kept going to the podium game after game. We're just not getting the players to do what they need to do and buy into the program, and maybe something's changed from that standpoint. Maybe they realize that they can't play the way that they've used to play. If you think about it, the Bruins are always a good team, but they always have been a team that's let you down in the biggest moments and when you've needed them most to come through. And maybe Marco Sturm sees something where it's like, if you're going to play a certain kind of way, you're not, you might win some games, but you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Listen, the fact that they're 7-7 and got back to 500 and being in the race and seeing them in the playoff hunt is where this team needs to hover. The the pros and cons are like, if you get to the playoffs, then the fucking credit that Don Sweeney and Cam Neely are going to take is
Yeah.
like, is that worth the bullshit of the other side of it? And it's like,
It's tough.
I don't know. It's hard to know what to do because what Gabe said at the top, it's like Mason Lowry. It's like this kid's supposed to be a top four defenseman and can't even get on the fucking ice. It's like every single guy you got Providence
But
Bruins kicking ass
that's what
down there.
top.
Why none of them here?
But that's the issue is like we're talking about if they can just middle and stay at 500. Like we're this is the fucking Boston Bruins.
It's the
We
worst
shouldn't be
place to
talk,
be.
we shouldn't be them talking about a 500 team. Like they're always the top of the Atlantic. Like it's just something's changed over the last couple of years. And like you said, Plotty, it's really hard to buy in. And if because 500 is just not it's just not the standard here. It's really not.
I mean, it's
It's
just like the
not.
Patriots.
It's
I mean,
not. But
there's been a huge culture shift.
at the same time, like it happens to every team in every sport. You have to eventually reset, and that's what they're doing. I would rather them honestly bottom out right now than be at 500 because
But
500 is
where's
the
the only
worst
place
place
they
to
haven't
be.
reset? Where's the only place that this team hasn't reset yet? You know,
What are you trying
all
to
those other
say?
teams, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Red
The
Sox,
top
whatever
of
the
the
case is,
snake.
it's always been the front office. No, I'm just saying it's
I
yeah.
agree. The
Oh
front
yeah.
office, if they don't change the front office, there's nothing's gonna happen. Like they're not gonna see a real change. They're really not.
No, it's a great point, Kraz. Like
That
that's like something that's going to
it's
turn over for sure.
That's the off the ice. The fact of the matter is, the team on the ice, you have to give respect and credit to for getting back and for saying, it's embarrassing. So hopefully they're holding themselves to the standard that we're all talking about. We want them to play. Maybe the talent on the roster doesn't lend itself to that, but that's not the player's fault. That's not the coach's fault. They're making do with what they have. And you talked about the goaltender. If he can step up and really steal some games and keep it to one or two, this team has a little bit of fight in them. The game versus Carolina, a good opponent the other day, and that was a good one to come away with in a matinee. Like, keep in it, stay in it. I know Big E's like from the standpoint of the future of the team. But from a fan's perspective of the team, I don't want a bottom out team. I want a fucking team that has meaningful
Competitive.
hockey. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I need it.
I don't want them to bottom out.
I need winter sports. I know. So as our listeners know, we are real fans at heart, but we have frustrations. We have frustrations.
Yeah, I'm frustrated at
Gabe,
their 1-4 record on on a not at home. That's crazy. 1-4 away. Come on,
yeah,
come
let's get
on,
the away vibes
get it
going.
together.
Enjoy those road trips. Gabe, any final thoughts here on the bees and things going on this season, my friend?
Not too many other thoughts going on right now.
All right, I see
It
you
was interesting to see Swayman get benched the other night after letting in 7 goals.
Yeah, because he
Against Ottawa.
sucks.
He sucks so bad. And then
Trade him.
Salo got two starts in a row, which I don't think he had at all last year and the first time this
Listen,
year.
ride the
So
hot
Hey,
hand. That's how
Swayman,
goaltending
Swayman.
works.
Suck it.
It's a message.
That's how goaltending
Sending a
works.
message. Like it.
Gabe's got his Red Sox hat on, which means there's a little baseball on our heads and in our heads, and we have to talk about what was an epic World Series. To be
So
quite
good.
honest, fellas.
Holy
One of the
crap.
best Game Sevens, best series. Kraz,
Yeah.
I'm sure you were tuned in, so just give us a little World Series reset and what transpired, and then anybody's takes, and we'll keep moving and grooving. Kraz, baby.
All I need to say is Isaiah Kenner, Falefa, whatever your name is, you did not follow your typical rudimentary baseball rules, and the Toronto Blue Jays should be your World Series champions, but the Dodgers are. I'll kind of really just break it down really quickly. It was I think it was the top of the no bottom of the ninth. Bases were loaded. There was like one out, and IKF, as the Yankee fans call him, was on third base. And first off, his primary lead was maybe 2 or 3 steps, and then when Yamamoto or Sasaki, I don't know who was on the mound, went to go throw it, he didn't even get a secondary lead. And then the ball's put in play, and you're pretty much tagging up at that point. And then they always teach you never go in feet first, always go in head first, because when you go in feet first, you slow down. And he just like if anyone is to feel terrible about that loss, it's gonna be him because of that one play in particular. That play at home plate pretty much decided the whole entire fate of the World Series. What Yamamoto did was completely out of control. I've never seen anything like that in my life before.
Wild.
Aside from Bumgarner coming in and doing it, and Chris Sale kind of coming in and doing it, I've never seen a guy that's actually been able to pitch a whole entire game, throw over 100 pitches, and then come back in and pitch
The next day.
another 3
The
innings
next
the next
day.
day.
His stuff was so electric too. It
And
was
you knew-
crazy.
And you knew what he was going to be throwing, and when he came in, okay, this is it. We're not giving up any. But to end it with a Will Smith home run, and just the series as a whole. He had Vladdy Jr. going deep off of Shohei. That was nice. You had, Freddie Freeman with the walk-off. There were just so many different moments throughout that whole entire
18
World
innings.
Series that were
Yeah,
I mean, what about
18 inning game.
It might have been the best World
What
Series
about-
ever.
Sure.
Honestly, it was up there. It was really
It
really
was.
something.
Scherzer and
was.
Otani going up for the game to start up, and both pitched pretty well, just in general. I don't know, that was one of the most epic games I've ever seen, let alone series.
Literally epic
Yeah.
series.
You
And
gotta give Miguel Rojas credit for the home run in the
Huge.
ninth inning to tie it, and then making the throw home was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
he was the one that
on
made that throw
play.
home.
Yeah, and so just to have the wherewithal and to get it there, and then God willing, I mean, I've been blanking on the center fielder's name. He trucked Kike Hernandez in left field
That
to make
catch.
the catch, though. And he was like, the best part about this World Series was both teams laid it all on the line. You really saw it in real time play. And then you want to know why the Dodgers eked it out just a little bit? It's because they put $1 billion on the pitching mound in that game 7 to fucking make it
yeah,
happen.
it's just
Literally.
that was the
More
thing
than
about,
$1 billion on the
the thing
mound.
about that World Series game too is and this is for the true baseball heads, is you see the smallest ball they made a center field switch, I think, just to bring in a better center field arm and something like that. It's just the stuff that you're seeing, every pitch is really worth it. It's such big time, and it really lived up to the hype. That was such an incredible World Series. I honestly, I don't feel bad for Toronto at all. I just don't
I feel bad for their fans. I
I
feel bad
really
for their
don't.
fans.
Typical Toronto.
You don't feel bad for their fans?
No, I don't. I
Oh
like
wow, I feel bad for their fans. I really do
no.
because they I wouldn't say they had it wrapped
Hey,
up by any means, but
the
like they
Raptors
were
won
leading most of that
recently.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
won
mean,
those first two games,
here's
though.
the
I mean,
thing though,
that's
They
I
blew it.
just they definitely blew it, but I feel
Blew
bad
it.
for the fans. I don't feel bad for the players. That's
I
where I
mean,
draw the line.
Vlad Jr. shouldn't have worn that fucking Maple Leaf shirt. It came
Nope.
back to bite him in the
Crazy.
ass.
Yep.
Sam,
Yep.
Sam, does it make you feel like the Red Sox aren't as far away as we think they are?
Definitely not.
I was gonna say the last team to give the Dodgers a humbling L was the Boston Red Sox. So it's about that time that we get that. So in my mind, so let's take it back to the actual Red Sox in their offseason. Bregman obviously officially opts out because it's time for him to do so. We all saw that coming. He clearly wanted to be here when he signed the deal. I continue to see that as being a thing. Multiple people were saying that he wanted to be here initially, so he had other multiple options as well to go other places. So I do see him staying here with us. If Tarek Skubal is out on the market and he's able for us to get, and we get him, there's no doubt in my mind we're competing with the Dodgers for the World Series. Just between the pitching, and obviously, you got to get the bullpen depth, you got to, fix up a couple other pieces here and there. But if you have those two guys going, I really don't think there's a team in baseball or there's an offense in baseball that's gonna be able to put those two guys away.
Scoobler or Joe Ryan? Because I think Joe Ryan you could probably get for a lower price.
Well, of course you're gonna get them for a lower price, but I'm gonna go with
It's
Scooble
more
all day long
realistic,
because
yeah.
you know what? It's A, it's not my money. B, they have the money to spend, and C, I want the best player for this team, and that's gonna be Tarek Skubal.
You hear that, John Henry? Spend that money.
You'll make
Spend
it
the
back,
money,
believe me.
make it
Ask
happen.
Otani.
This team, this team, this team's in a position to get to that next level as well. I don't think that the especially the American League is not something the Red Sox are too far away from being able to compete with. And
Sorry, Yankees fans.
they need health.
Not
They did not have health at the end of the year as well, which makes
no.
a huge difference. So epic World Series, fantastic one for the books, undoubtedly, with the epic Game 7 instant classic. So congrats to the Dodgers, a dynasty that you must acknowledge now of the 2000s. And congrats to Clayton Kershaw, hell of a career. Great
Wow.
And
way to
Mookie
come out
Betts.
on
Oh
Mookie
top.
yeah.
Betts, four-time
Yeah.
World Series
Four
champ.
time.
Kershaw
Crazy.
So,
dad bod was
woo.
out. I
Hey,
loved it.
you think Mookie Betts could have helped out this team over the last couple of years? Because I think he probably could have. So,
That's for damn sure.
we'll keep bringing that
Well,
back too, just like the Pittsburgh
the
Steelers game.
the Mookie Betts
Of
trade was a
course.
big yeah, oh biggie. And there's some oh yeahs of this week as well. Let's rip them.
Yeah, so I think this is our
As
favorite
John
segment
Daly
of the week. It's
says.
the time where we talk about the things that, we hate the things that are smelly, the things that are like, ooh, gross. Those are the things that make me go, yeah, oh. And then there are the things that make me get up in the morning, jump out of bed, and feel tremendous and go, oh yeah! Who's got a yeah, oh this week or an oh yeah?
Anyone jump in,
I'll
baby?
start it off. It's a yeah, oh
Tough
yeah.
to follow
It's
that up.
a yeah, oh that we lost somebody, but it's an oh yeah that we were along for the ride. Don and Gene Godchow, as I had mentioned before, Don and Gene Godchow McKay from the Grateful Dead passed away at the age of 78 today. I did not get the privilege to see her in 2015 when she was here at Fenway. Plotty, I don't know if you did. But rest in peace to her, and thank you for the ride. Did you get to see her in 2015 when John was in the
Yeah, she
checkered?
was great. It was good. It was, it was great that they brought her back. And love the Dead. She's a part of that sort of 70s era and brought a lot of vibe to the band undoubtedly. And I was sad to see the great ones go. Rest in peace. Listen to some Dead today. Listen to some Dead tomorrow. It's all one show, baby. All right. Who's got the next? Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
got a yeah oh, and this is one that's been hitting home for some of us here specifically. And YouTube TV and Disney, fix
Boo.
your fucking shit, all right?
They're not
This
gonna.
is bullshit, all right? Taking
They don't
all
give
your
a shit.
stations off of YouTube TV. I don't know who I'm more pissed at. YouTube TV for, saying, "Hey, all right, you guys aren't going to pay or we're not going to pay your fees, so you guys are going to walk." Or Disney for pulling that shit because they're trying to do their own thing with their
It's
own service
Disney.
with Fubo. It's Disney. And
It's
also,
Disney.
I was saying this to Plotty before you guys came on. Disney has not had the greatest couple of months here when they pulled Jimmy Kimmel off the air and they got all these people that were trying to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. Right now, honestly, Disney can kick rocks. Like, they are the ones that are the problem here. YouTube TV probably isn't helping either, but, I understand both of them are businesses and they kind of have to, stand firm on their principles. But we as a consumer are getting absolutely porked.
boned.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I'm down here in Orlando, my friend. The mouse is doing just fine. There's plenty of people here.
I was just
I
about
was
to
at
say
I was
Mouse.
I was
$12
at
for a fucking ice
Epcot.
cream cone.
I was at Epcot last night, brother. Dude, let me just say this. This was an eye-opening experience, especially at the age we're at and thinking that if any of us ever have kids in the future in Disney World. So I went there yesterday with eyes wide open to Epcot and packed to the gills, and you see it all. Families everywhere, kids crying, people dressed up to the it was out of control. Dude,
A
thousands of
random.
dollars a day.
Oh,
Thousands of
Pepper.
dollars a day. I'm like, for what? To stand in fucking line and watch my kids play patty cake all day? That's all I
Yep.
saw.
Did you
Yep.
go on the
I'm like,
Guardians of the Galaxy ride?
Yep.
so the Guardians of the Galaxy ride might have been worth the price of $200
It's unbelievable.
So, so that's the problem. They
Oof,
have you
that
over
hurt
the
my
barrel.
wallet.
It was instant nostalgia though, and it was fantastic all at once. But boy, they like you look at it differently now as an adult
Oh
and when you're
yeah.
paying your own way. But
Oh yeah, to
good
the Guardians of the
times.
Galaxy ride.
Oh yeah, to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Worth the wait. Had a great time
You
at Disney
know,
World. Hadn't been there in a long time. Go ahead, Gabe.
you know who won't be at Disney this year is Dan Quinn because
No.
he's a terrible coach. Big yao to Dan Quinn. He
What are you
kept Jaden
doing?
Daniels out there against Seattle last night way too long. They were getting blown out. There was no reason for Jaden Daniels to be in there. And look at him now.
He looked like
Like,
garbage too,
oh
Daniels.
my
Ugh.
God.
He's
So it's
about to
just
get dropped
like
from my fantasy team.
it's really
Woo!
sad. Jaden Daniels has such this huge promising career, and he can't seem to get out of his own way with all these injuries, and his coach is not helping, and the team's not helping in any fashion either. So big yeah to Dan Quinn and trying to get his quarterback killed.
I think
Drake
a big
May is
oh yeah
better.
though to flip it around to all of the quarterbacks for the most part from that class though from last year, maybe besides Michael Penix who ended up losing that game. He did have 3 touchdown patches, but JJ McCarthy big win, Bo Nix big win, Drake May big win, Caleb Williams having a big game. He's having a
Yeah.
definitely a much bigger bounce back season than
He
his
caught
rookie
a
year.
touchdown.
He did catch a touchdown and
Oh
he threw
wow.
for 4 more. So it was quite a day for that class. They're looking like the same class that came out in the 80s with Marino and Elway and some legends that were in that class. So
The
you know,
NFL needs
Knock
it.
on
They
some
they,
wood
they
there, young
really
man.
they really need that like influx of quarterbacks too, for sure.
yeah. So
Yeah.
just good that
New
there's a lot of
age.
young quarterbacks, a lot of good young quarterbacks in the league.
Big
Yeah.
oh yeah to this is how you know the Patriots are back. This is how you know is when Cardi B is in the press box with or not the press box in the owner's box with Mr. Robert Kraft. Like shout out a big oh
Amir
yeah
Danson.
to Cardi B. Love that. Hell yeah.
Cardi
Oh
B,
yeah.
the girlfriend of one Mr. Stefan Diggs,
Okay.
they who they're having a child with. So
Children.
congratulations to Cardi B,
Well, you
Cardi
never
B
know.
being there. So Sam.
Love Cardi B being in
Okay.
the stands. Nice little halftime interview or post game interview, rather, I should say. Hilarious stuff. And go Pats, baby. Good for you, Steph Diggs. We
One
got
last oh yeah.
the last one. Take it, Gabe.
Oh yeah, college hoops are back. We got
Back, back.
URI big time here playing Stetson tonight.
Did they
I think
lose?
I hope they're winning.
I'm already
But
thinking March Madness at Pilates. I'm already
Yes,
thinking about it.
that's all I hear when I
Who's
hear
our
college
Lehigh?
basketball's back.
dreaming about March already, trying to get through this darkness
Yep.
and cold and rain and
Too tall.
snow.
Too tall will never die in our eyes.
Too tall. I look forward to identifying who could be too tall 3.0 this year. Who will take the
Just
too
just
tall title?
just for those who are uninitiated, we went to Pilates 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? First weekend or 2 years ago? First weekend that legal betting was sports betting was
Oh,
allowed in
yeah. First
Massachusetts,
week.
Thinking
Oh,
and
Lehigh.
we absolutely cleaned up at the
Great.
tournament. It was absolutely unbelievable. One for the record books.
Clean
yeah.
house.
Incredible streak there.
Full
Congrats.
buffet.
Oh yeah to Jersey Jerry and Big Cat hit a big anytime touchdown TD parlay
Saw
for
that.
Oh
couple
yeah.
$100 each. So good for them on a $200 and $300 bet. So you never know. And as Joe said, he's up at the Brook Casino doing a bunch of stuff. That's going to do it for the oh yeahs and yeah ohs. The Pike, we got the Pats versus Tampa. Huge game on Sunday. Celtics continue on the week, several different opponents throughout the week. I'm mad at myself because they fucking play down here on Friday and Sunday, and of course I'm coming back to Boston Friday. So all good though. Go Celtics, go Bruins. Several games this week for them as well. We'll reset the table next Monday when we get back together again. And fellas, and to Joe Murray, a lovely evening was had. We went all over and we ended right where we do with the Pike. Love you, buddies. We'll see you later.
Catch you all.
Later, boys.
Near far wherever you are. Peace.